Formula 2 heads for the very first time down under. We're in Melbourne, Australia for the Albert Park Street Circuit and the third round of the campaign. So, Iwasa and Vesti won the sprint and feature in Saudi Arabia. Now we're at round 3 here in Australia, followed then by Azerbaijan in a month's time, followed by Emilia-Romagna, Monaco and Spain, rounding us to the halfway point of the season. Austria, Great Britain as well take us through July, as well as Hungary and Belgium before the summer break. Netherlands, Italy before a 2-month break before the season rounds out on the 26th of November at Abu Dhabi.
Was a classic. We're underway in racing. Iwasa versus Crawford. Iwasa takes the lead. Oh, spinner! Losing it round goes Maloney. Oh, it's contact. Teo Borgia into the side of Ollie Behrman.
Oh my God.
He's going to go over and say sorry.
This is a spectacle and a half. And who's going to be second out of the corner? Victor Martins has the door open for him. It could be anyone's race. Ayumu Iwasa wins a sprint race to remember. A great reaction time for Ollie Behrman, who gets into the lead. There's all sorts going on. Oh, big moment. They're side by side. He's nearly into the wall, Ollie Behrman. And through goes Frederick Vesti.
You're doing a mega job.
Yes, and a spin, Ollie Behrman. Victor Martins, the man who had the net race lead, spins out of it. Oh, Frederick Vesti wins the feature on the streets of Jeddah.
To win this race means absolutely everything. It's F2's debut in Australia.
An iconic track and a new challenge. F2 Melbourne is go.
For the first ever time, Formula 2 is going to race down under. Welcome to the Albert Park Street Circuit in Melbourne. It's round 3 of the FIA Formula 2 World Championship, and so far this season we have seen absolutely fantastic racing. Slotted in between practice 3 and qualifying seems to be the new perfect home for Formula 3. For the first time, 23 laps ahead of us today around this man-made lake on a man-made track on a man-made bit of the island as well. 14 turns, 5.278 kilometres, that's 3.280 miles. Elevation change is flat at 2.88 metres as well. And, miracle of miracle, the rain that had plagued the end of practice 3 for Formula 1 has disappeared. And we have a damp but dry track at the moment, and it's left a bit of a quandary because the track is officially declared wet. We've got sunshine, but Josh alongside me in the commentary box this one, because we haven't seen many of it as well. It's coming through quite clearly. Apparently the delay is real. I think it's 420 seconds for us Americans. What, on the commentary? Oh, well, we'll adjust that then and see if we can get it sorted for you. Just give us a second. And this was on the way to the grid. Josh spins and into the wall and out. I believe that is Dennis Hauger on the way to the formation lap. Ralph Bosch and Enzo Fittipaldi have gone off at turn 8. And Dennis Hauger starts on reverse group pole for today's sprint. But which one is that? So that is Enzo Fittipaldi and Ralph Bosch crashing at turn 8. The championship leader, Josh, already in trouble. Unbelievable in the wet conditions.
Yeah, that's not good. And let's have a look at another one. We've got the number 24 of Kus Maney there at turn 3. I do believe having a little spin on the lap to the grid, and there's an aerial shot of the grid if you're looking along with us, and here's the starting grid.
Dennis Hauger's on pole position for the reverse grid, alongside him on the front row as well is Jack Crawford. Kush Maney on row 2 with Arthur Leclerc starting in 4th position. 5th on the grid then as well sees Oliver Behrman and Zane Maloney. 7th and 8th taking part on the grid as well, Victor Martins and Theo Pourchaire going for the championship lead away from Ralph Boschung now. Amon Wasser is 9th and Isaac Hadjar is in 10th position as well. 11th for Ralph Boschung, not starting I don't believe, and Jan Jarubla in 12th position as well. Frederick Vesti alongside Roy Nazani as well, further back on the grid in 13th and 14th. Jack Doohan is 15th with Enzo Fittipaldi 16th. 17th and 18th on the grid as well sees Roman Stanek and Richard Verschoor. 19th on the starting grid as well. Well, that takes us up for Clement Novalak, and 20th for Juan Manuel Correa. And 21st on the grid, Emil Cordial, and Brad Benedivez is in 22nd. Omi's going to be joining the commentary team, may as well, because Synthol, I believe, is a bit disposed. Race control, the session is delayed by 5 minutes. So we have a 5-minute delay to the proceedings, Josh, and I think that's a wise decision because the track is damp in areas and the sun's out, so it might burn it off for a couple of minutes. We've got a 5-minute delay to the race. But the cars can refire themselves, but they're on the road on the grid. So that was a very late call to delay the session.
Yeah, it is, and it looks like even a couple of cars have moved forward out of their grid slots. There's a couple of cars a little bit forward than they should be on the track, but instead of the green lights for the formation, the 4 red lights have come on as the session is delayed, and we're stuck here on the grid for another 5 minutes. Are they gonna let them have a line? And there is
Fittipaldi, isn't it?
Yeah, Fittipaldi out of the race, and
was due to start 16th, won't even take part. Boschung will make the start. He's had a spin. Kushmani also had a spin. So the track is still damp. This is what Omi said at the end of practice 3. The track's still mega damp. Now look, all the teams are coming back out because they've got to get there. So this is just chaos. Race control, utter chaos. Effectively, it's an aborted start. And now we're just hanging around. Hauger on pole, alongside him's Crawford. And this is unbelievable. We're standing around waiting for something to happen. And nothing is. So, yeah, everyone's a bit confused about what the procedure's going to be. It's a 23-lap race. The yellow flag has come in. We've got the green flag back out. Here's Dennis Hauger on pole position. Now we've got the 3-minute signal on again. So, this is just chaos because the teams have come back onto the grid. And they'll have to go again in a few minutes. This could be a very... And they're pushing... Crawford's too far ahead, so they're pushing him back. Those damn seagulls again delaying the start. Yep, the seagulls on the side of the circuit. It's the water. It's the wall on slick tires. This is going to be chaos, Josh, isn't it?
Yeah,
the track's still damp, but the wall on slicks.
Yeah, keep an eye on going into turn 1. I think it's going to be absolute chaos, and if we don't have a safety car on lap 1, I will be very surprised. Keep an eye on... turn 3 as well, turn 8 as we saw on the laps to the grid as well, turn 9 and 10 as well, as there's Arthur Leclerc on the grid, championship position 12, starting 4th on the grid today. Let's see what he can do in the race in a minute.
So no Richie and no Synthol. Josh, this redeems you for missing practice and qualifying last year when you fell asleep through it. If that's what they've done, I don't know where they are at the moment. They might be having tech problems.
Shall I press enter on at Omi?
Wait until the formation lap, because then we've got a little bit of time to get him in. Because we'll hear from the top 3 drivers of Hauger, Crawford and Maney. There is a massive rain cloud coming into the circuit, however, that is going to be coming just in time for the Formula 1 qualifying. So if you thought this was going to be simple, think again. Let's hear from Novalak.
General question, is there any more rain predicted at all or not?
At the moment, no, negative.
The clouds to my left moving in look pretty dark.
Yeah.
In case, man, I will keep it posted, but from the radar, is nothing at the moment.
So, Hauger, Crawford, Maney, Behrman, Maloney, Hadjar, Vesti, Verschoor, Novalak, Correa and Cordial are all on the medium compound tyres. Everybody else is on the soft. You can see that in the commentary tab just alongside us here on the watch along. I believe with the formation up about to start, you know who to tag. Let's get Omi in. Just drag him in. Drag him into the commentary box. May as well. We'll put it on the battle screen and it gives me more time to get it sorted. So Omi is going to be joining us. The practice 3 guys back together for the F1. For the F2 sprint as well. It's a 45-minute race. Go on, Josh.
The F2 sprint watch party has come back together for the in commentary box 1.
And it's completely the wrong team. It's not the team that was originally supposed to do this as well, which is coming through. But all's well that ends well as well, and it's all a good plan to come through. Green light at the end of the pit lane, and away we go for this session now. And I'll tell you one thing, Omi, pleasure to have you here in the box as well. This is going to be quite an entertaining session. Dry track at the moment, but we've still got damp parts around. So who's your money on?
Well, as we've seen previously, I think we could. I mean, it could be from 10th, it could be from 9th. We do not have a clue where the challenge will be coming from. So, but yeah, I mean, it's really hard to predict this because it's gonna be. It could be anyone's game because you could see someone from like even last, like okay, maybe even last. You never know.
Let's have the top 3.
I'll take it, but just get the basics right first.
P2.
I think obviously I'd like to get the win, but at this point I'd be happy with the podium, and I just need to get some points under my belt. I have no points so far, which seems a bit weird because I feel like I've been quick enough to score points, but you know, this weekend's definitely the weekend to get our first points as we have a lot of speed.
P1, Dennis Hauger.
Main thing is gonna be to have a good start, get off well, and then from there on, obviously from F3 as well, there was some safety cars and so on, so gotta stay calm and just trying to gain my ground in the beginning and then take it from there. I don't think it's gonna be too much of tire degradation or anything here with a low grip, so yeah, just gotta see and do my best today.
Cars coming up then. Hauger looks like he's flat spotting his tyres as well, which isn't the greatest news out there on the circuit. We've got the commentary cameras all set up, which was fantastic. A reminder about the lap counter on the YouTube stream, if you're watching with us. It's laps completed, and then it'll show 1 out of 23, and that means we've completed 1 full lap. So it counts up after they've been completed. It's a weird system, but it's the best we've got with the lap counter as well. Tom Dillon, however, is working on something as well to sort that out for futures with some Bitmos, whatever he's doing as well. Hello to Astrel, who says, hopefully you've got it ready. I know we're ahead as well. Clem was with the old slicks on the radio. That's going to be interesting. Not a bad crowd for F2. Good show as well, Australia. I'll be shocked if Dennis doesn't pull away with a decent start. Let's drop the hammer, says behind the mic. Hello, Matthew. Yep, it's the first ever F2 race. Okay, guys, one word. Predictions for this race. Josh, what's this going to be like?
Chaos.
Omi?
Carnage.
So, 21 cars line up on the grid. Enzo Fittipaldi crashing on the way to the grid. For the first ever time, Formula 2 is down under. We're in Albert Park for the sprint race with 5 lights on. Lights out, down under. Great start from Dennis Hauger. Crawford's going to come across the inside line. Taking third, Cushmaney. Arthur Leclerc is sort of falling down the order, actually. Hauger leads into turn 1 and nearly coming up. That's a great start from Oliver Behrman, making his way up into 4th position. Cushmaney dropping down ever so slightly as well. Now getting back up, but under pressure from Behrman as he gets caught out. Leclerc's in a battle as well. And going off the track, one of the Red Bulls nearly going straight on. That will be Zane Maloney. Thierry Pourchaire trying to go around the outside too. So it's a clean start from everybody. Now we hit the wet part of the track, and they're all on dry tyres, remember. This is going to be the interesting part, and this will be the part where everyone goes, cross your fingers and don't go off the track. So far, though, Josh, good start.
Yeah, I just saw Doohan locked up going into turn 3/4 there. That was a very, very close and nearly hit the wall and went into another car. But here comes the two leaders side by side, Jack Crawford and Dennis Hauger.
Oh, that's around the outside, coming into turn 10 as well. We've seen the move happen in Formula 3 earlier on as well, as Boschung apparently started. So Boschung hasn't even started the race, neither has Fittipaldi, so we thought that Boschung might not. So the championship leader not scoring any points. The DRS isn't even open. Oh, contact between two of the Red Bull livery cars as well in the mid-pack. It's 4-5 abreast into turn 12, and it's still Hauger leading. I'm going to remember to try and keep my voice down. It's quite early in the morning. It's 4:30, and still it's side by side as well. This is a pandemonium going on as they come round. Everyone's struggling for grip, and it really is playing the Red Bull livery game. Behrman, Maloney, Martins, Pourchaire all in the middle of it as well, and this is fantastic. Hauger leads, Crawford, Maney, Leclerc, Martins, Behrman, Maloney, Awasa, Hadjar, Vesti, the top 10 as we head down to turn 1. Leclerc's back up into 4th position. Meantime, further back as well, big lock up from Awasa, who just about makes it into turn 1. Hadjar sweeps around the outside, and Frederick Vesti taking the DRS as well. Not activated just yet. This is the 4th of activation zone. Keeps on the inside. Maney back on the inside. Leclerc nearly touching wheels as well with the side of Victor Martins. It's a good start. It's a good, fun start, Omi. And this is the proper F2 carnage. This is what you wanted. Dry track, but dampness around.
Yeah, it's kind of what we expect from Formula 2. Absolute chaos so far, and we were getting to 4 wide as well, momentarily going into 11. So it's absolute chaos currently, and they're all going to be talking in the slipstream. Iwasa on the radio.
Iwasa.
Do I have puncture? Yes, box.
Oh, Awasa's got a puncture, and Maney's trying to go around the outside of Crawford with the first DRS zone as well, in towards turn 11. Whoa, further back, the two Red Bulls making a bit of a battle. That's Maloney as well with Hadjar nearly making contact as well. The Red Bull liveries, it's really hard to play the game and spot them between. Novalak up to 18th as well, as we've seen Cordeal
dropping.
Yeah, he's dropping way down the order. He's up the inside because one of the MP Motorsports as well. That's going to be Johan Uvala getting ahead of Theo Pourchaire. Pourchaire dropping down to 11th position. Only points for the top 8, remember, in the Formula 2 sprint race as they come through, and that's the side of Nizani trying to pass Doohan. Down to turn 1 we go once again. Hauger, Crawford, Maney, top 3, and the DRS now activated down the start straight, down towards turn 3, at the exit 9, and pretty much down towards turn 11 as well. So this is what we wanted to see, close racing. Awasa's into the pit lane. Reminder, the championship leader of Ralph Boschung crashed on the way to the grid, and as did Enzo Fittipaldi. Neither of them have started this race, so it's 20 that have started, not the 22.
Yeah, and that was both at turn 8. Enzo Fittipaldi crashed first, and then Boschung came and spun. And here's Awasa into the pit lane
Must be the rear left.
Change the puncture, going from soft to mediums, and release now, and has left the pits. And here's the race start, Josh.
So watch it. It's a good getaway from Dennis Hauger. Crawford as well made his way up the order with some brilliant defending as well. But it's down to T1 that we see a little bit of drama. They all try and lunge up the inside, and then they have to sort of filter through. And it's actually looking further back. Clement Novalak, one Correa, and Rowan Nizani nearly into the wall together. And Omi, I think it was a quite calm start. It's the end of the lap where everyone hit the water that really got the exciting part.
Yeah, basically that's where everyone got a bit chaotic going there, and here we go. Yeah.
And there's the contact. So that's the Rod and Carlin coming through. And there's some debris flying on some birds as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars side by side in towards turn 11 in a Formula 2 race in Australia. And Arthur Leclerc, I believe, no, hang on a minute, this is Awasa locking up. And that's going to affect him a lot, isn't it, Omi, as well, with grip on the front. He's got no front tyres now, effectively, with that problem.
But remember, that was before Awasa had that punch and went into the pit lane.
True,
so Awasa is on new tyres, the mediums. Oh, we're just going to ignore that bird that was having a massive death wish on the start of lap 3 going into turn 1, and we're on board looking back towards Dennis Hauger. He is running away with it. 6.83 seconds is the gap between Hauger and Crawford going out of turn 8, and now down the long straight. Again, DRS down here as well.
And
no
that,
DRS.
yeah, is that Maloney on the inside of Behrman? I can't quite tell on that one, but the DRS is active for Maney, trying to get past Crawford. Yeah, and now we go. Behrman versus Maloney under a bit of pressure there, and that's going to be a little bit of like, hold your hands up and say what you're going to run with me today with. Behrman under pressure, Maloney attacking down towards turn 11, goes to the inside line, Behrman can't defend from that one. Through goes Zane Maloney into 6th position, back to where he started, and now Behrman's risking losing positions because here comes Hadjar and Vesti and Jaruvula coming into play. You lose one, it's like an IndyCar, you're just going to lose many, as up the inside into turn 13 of all places, looks the move from Hadjar with Vesti behind.
Yeah, no DRS. None of them are actually using DRS, so it's basically how we started, of all of them just trying to go for moves. Does Leclerc try one up the inside? Who's going to go for some moves into the first corner? Looks like they're all going to stay calm to the first corner, but can anyone try and get the move done into turn number 3?
Interesting enough, though, I think it's because the track is declared wet. They're all running on dry tyres, but because the track is declared wet, the DRS has been disabled. Oh, dive bomb and a half there coming from Johan Jaruvula on the inside of Frederick Vesti into turn 3. Doesn't work out. Jaruvula has to stay in 10th position. Vesti's just one position outside of the points, remember, and Theo Pourchaire can sense an opportunity to catch back up the championship lead away from Ralph Boschung, only a point between them. Lap 5. Hauger, 5.5 tenths on board with Jack Doohan. He's in 12th position. Pourchaire is just ahead of him. This is amazing. None of it with DRS, as you've been saying. It's all slipstreamers round the outside. That's Victor Martins going for a move on Arthur Leclerc for 4th position. It was bold, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, Maloney's going to capitalise on Inomi.
Yeah, Maloney's going to have to try and dance right around the outside. He'll be late to the brakes. Leclerc's going to be in front of him, but Martins is going to fight it as they go through over the curb there for Maloney. However, it is going to be Martins who keeps the position.
Up into 5th then. Maloney still right on the back of him. Might have a look on the inside turn 13. Doesn't think about it. No, he says. You're not going to get through there. Now down the Stafford Straight. It's really weird still seeing Formula 2 cars in Australia. It's like we're on the PlayStation as well, on the PC. On F1 22. Down we go towards turn number 1. Nobody looking for a move at this current time, but this is actually, everybody, the same time that we used to have the races for Formula 1, 4 a.m. So it's nice seeing the same light that we used to see in the early 2000s in many respects. Maloney trying to go right around the outside of Victor Martins. Martins makes a mistake, goes drifting wide at turn 3. Maloney's got more grip on the medium compound tyre, and of course Martins is on the soft compound tyre, so he's sliding around and he will have less grip towards the end of this race. In fact, he might have less grip now because the track temperature is at 28 degrees, so the soft tyres, a bit too warm for them to be used in these conditions. The mediums are now the optimum.
Yeah, they are, as Victor Martins and Zane Maloney still battling it out, going down towards turn 9. Is Maloney going to have a look going into turn 9?
Thought about it on the inside, didn't get through. I'm amazed.
Have a look. Going into turn 1 again, if he doesn't do it before that, but down into turn 11 we go. No one having a look at a move. The whole field there. We'll have a look going into turn 12.
So let's just catch up with the chat as well. High Revs and Chaos, Josh T, let's go. So that was Astral saying that as well. Hello, hey guys, watch your stream on television. Hello, SHT. Amuwasa says Astral as well. Wowzers. Come on, Vesti, says Dino Nat. And Astral says, I know it's just 3 rounds, round 3, but the sprint for F2 is really delivering this year. It really is. Constant drama, constant action. It was great in Bahrain, it was superb in Saudi Arabia, and it's exceptional here in Australia as they come through into the braking zone once again. We're looking down at Arthur Leclerc defending as well from the back. I want to say as well, I'm correct in that manner. No, I think I might be on that matter. Yeah, it's Leclerc. There's Leclerc, and here's Martins defending from Maloney. There we go. Get myself up to speed eventually with all that grip. Just seen Kobe Lambert say that Perez had the worst free practice session I've ever seen during my time watching in Formula 1. Theo Pourchaire there with the slipstream. He's got the run on Johan Jaruvula. Going to try and pull around the outside. Now that the DRS is active, finally. Track still declared wet, but we've got it. And he's had a lead. He's had a change for 3rd. Yes. Arthur Leclerc up the inside of Kush Maney, but Maney's going to come back in around the outside, and he's going to do the switch back. Beautiful on the inside, and it's caught Leclerc napping. Beautiful for Maney, but he's gone too deep. Leclerc's going to get the cut back. Oh, Omi, that was fantastic. That was a league racing move.
Yeah, what a late move. It looked like, I thought he was going to try around the outside and try and fight back, but no, switches late, millimeters as he switched the car, kind of like how Fernando Alonso switched it on Hamilton at turn number 10. So here we go, but DRS now is obviously going to be helping and causing even more overtakes now.
Yeah, Josh, they've remembered that they've got it.
Yeah, they have. They probably enabled it in the last lap or so if it was disabled, but having a look further back, Novalak overtook, as that is up the inside there, further up the field, I do believe, having a look going into turn 4, and that's here from Vesti.
Around the circuit.
Auction guys are struggling now.
Yeah, so everyone who was on the soft compound tyre struggling. As we noticed a couple of laps ago, the medium is the best of these conditions. Air temperature 15.7 degrees, track temperature now at 28 degrees, so it's still the same, but the DRS starting to come to it. The track dried out a lot faster than we were expecting. So now with the DRS, we're properly into the swing of things. There's Jaruvula holding off Pourchaire over 10th position. Someone's locked up because there's some smoke in the air there coming through, but that's not a part of the track you actually brake at, so very weird segment there. Down now towards turn 11, and no one going for a move on this lap. They're now starting to save their tyres.
Yeah, they are. They're going to have to, as 15 laps to go, about to be 14 as we cross the line next time. But Benavides really falling back away from Novalak. Novalak further behind, running away with it, and Cordial is going to have DRS on Benavides when we come down to turn 1. I was having a look down at the further back of the field. No one's going to have a look going down into turn 1.
No, they want to do it to T3, don't they, Omi? That's the best opportunity, because then you can't attack until turn 9.
Yeah, so let's see then as they make their way through. Oh, was there a lock-up in it? Yeah, I think I saw some smoke there.
Maloney,
maybe a lock-up.
Yeah, it's Zane Maloney locking up at turn 3, and that's going to allow Behrman to catch up to him. It's really confusing because we've got Maloney, Behrman, Hadjar and Vesti, a Red Bull livery, a Prema livery, a Red Bull livery and a Prema livery. But it's Maloney's in the Carling and Hadjar's in the high-tech. So it really is confusing. There should be a limit on how much Red Bull livery you can actually use, because I think 6 cars in a field 22 is just taking the mickey a little bit too much. Look, we've got 1-2 at the moment, and it's Hauger ahead of Crawford. And you wouldn't guess that after if you were looking at it. So many Red Bulls. Oh, and that was Doohan going a little bit too wide. He's stuck down in 12th position. As Cordial's past Benavides, Josh, that was the move you're looking for. But meantime, Roy Nazani feels a bit dive bomby and can't take the move away from Doohan. But that was not great lunge there from Nazani.
Yeah, Nasani was looking for 12, but as you said, not that good. But he'll have a look going into turn 1, but no doubt he'll likely keep it for turn 3 if he really wants to move. Let's have a look at Jack Doohan. I believe this is turn 9 and 10. What happened here going into turn 10? No, we just caught the curbs a little bit on the outside. Let's have a look. Are we going to... No, so it was just catching the curbs a little on turn 10, and that was something flying off. Oliver.
Big lock up. That's I think that's Maloney once again locking up. Did he stay on the track? Yes, because he hasn't got down the timing screens. So that's 2 lock-ups now.
Something flying off the front of Frederick Vesti. I think it was something connected onto one of the antennas, I think, on the front nose.
Oh, not again. Let's have a look.
So that again.
Well, they've highlighted him, so you've spotted it exactly correctly. And he's right in the back of Isaac Hadjar for 8th position, as this is Arthur Leclerc going back on the inside of the grass, coming into turns 9 and 10. With, my goodness, Leclerc's closing speed was massive. Now he's going to have the DRS on the run down the hill towards turn 11. He's going for 3rd position ahead of Kush Maney. Looks to the inside line, thinks about it, goes for it, and looks to try and stay committed, but wasn't going to work out. Vesti trying to go around the outside of Isaac Hadjar into the same part of the track. No, 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 he says as well. And Omi Vesti's closing up massively now And and the TV pictures accelerating themselves there. So this is great from Frederik Vesti. It's on the medium compound tyre. He's starting to prove himself as a worthy contention because he won, of course, the feature last time out.
Yep. So as we have a look at a replay, that was so close. Radio.
A way through that disappeared.
He's moving so late.
Yeah, pulled over too late. I think that's what I got there.
Yeah.
It's like Monegasque turn there as well from Arta as he comes through. Now, lap 11 of 22. We're halfway in this race, and it's been a very entertaining F2 race so far. Feature race tomorrow is just going to be something else. I can't wait for that to come through. Oh, let's hear from Jack Crawford.
Decided no further action.
There might be some rain in 5 or 6 laps. I'll keep you posted.
Rain in 5 or 6 laps, anybody? As round the outside into the braking zone, tried for a move, but didn't pay off as well from, I believe that was Hadjar, trying to pass on the inside. On the inside once again as well. That's coming from Maloney trying to pass Victor Martins. Not paying off. And yeah, you're right. Iwasa 131.640. 0.3 of a second faster than Hauger, the race leader. Wow.
Yeah, fast as that. And look, there's rain spots on the camera, turn 13.
Rain could be coming within the next lap. Coming on turn 11, 12 from that area south.
Rain is coming, and it's going to come out turn 12, so you both spotted it at the same time. Omi, this is what you were said. You were worried about happening, the rain coming back, and everyone having to switch to wet tyres.
Yep, said that earlier, and I mean, it will cause absolute chaos. I mean, we're already having a lot of action. Are we going to see a late 10 to the inside? No. But what about Vesti in the background? That's Maloney locking up once again.
Second time he's locked up down turn 3 as well. Now, let's have a look. Go on, say again.
Yeah, it looks like there's always one Red Bull out of all of them to lock up many times. So I think he's trying to copy Perez.
I love Dino Nats here. I don't know, according to my F122, Vesti wins every F2 championship. I don't know what's wrong here. Yeah, he's just being normal then, isn't he? As they come through. Yes, what a move, everybody's saying as well in the chat there. And we might see a couple more here as well as Behrman's having to defend. Isaac Hadjar coming back through on him as well. This is turning into absolutely a chaotic race. Behrman now hunting down Zane Maloney. He's being hunted down by Isaac Hadjar. Vesti's in the background too. Leclerc hunting down for third position. Meantime, Hauger's got 1.5 seconds to Crawford, who's got 2 seconds to Maney.
Yeah, and Wassa set a fastest lap again, second time in a row. Vesti's going to have a slight look up the inside into turn 13, but not the best corner to do it. But Wassa absolutely flying, and that's Hauger and Wets are being readied in the pit lane just for high tech.
So they must know something, and I bet that's for Crawford as well. Unless they want to pit Hadjar. So the rain must be coming in the area, because they won't even bother doing that.
A few spots.
Spots.
Yep.
So rain's coming. How long will we stay on dry tyres? Will we even get to the end of this race? They might, if it gets too bad, they might have to throw the red flag, which is what we talked about.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. We've not had a yellow flag yet in this race.
And now you've done it.
I was about to say we haven't had a safety car somehow still. 4
safety cars in Formula 3 earlier on today, and now we've had... Well, we did have Fittipaldi and Bosch on crash and a 5-minute delay to the race.
Yes.
So it's something along those lines. This is getting a bit too close for comfort in my books as well as we come down towards turn number 12 once again. And now it's 3 wide! And how on earth was that in any way safe? Maloney gets through, he drifts, still has it. Here comes Leclerc. Martin's on the inside there too. Martin's trying to go around the outside of everybody. Coming through on the inside though as well. Oh, this is just chaotic with 4 cars wide. And somehow, into 3rd position has gone Zane Maloney. As Vesti's dropped all the way down to 9th position, and now we're seeing some real trouble as the rain starts to come down. They're all slipping and sliding on the gripper conditions as well. Vesti up to 8th, Behrman 9th, Hauger leads, Crawford, Maney, but I don't even know if that's the right order as we come across the line. Hauger, Crawford, Maney, Leclerc, Maloney, Martins, Hadjar, Vesti, Behrman, Drubel top 10, and the order's changing second after second, Omi.
This one is absolutely chaotic. Well, once again, we're seeing a lot of cars battling away into turn number 11. Nisani's got past Doohan on the racetrack as well. As we have a look at a replay. So this is what happened. 3 wide momentarily, but luckily Behrman backed out of it, or it would have, they would have collided.
Yellow flag is out, so Josh's commentator's curse has done something. Someone's done something to cause the yellow flag. Let's get off the replay and take a look what's happened.
I am going to go now.
Yeah, you've caused this. It's a permanent yellow.
Well, I mean, if it causes a safety car, then it's Omi as well.
It's Doohan. It's Doohan. Dude, that's
safety car, guys.
Safety car deployed.
Safety car's out.
And so Doohan's been punted from the back of one Manuel Correa, and has he stalled it coming through turn 3? Yes, he has.
Yes. Doohan.
Oh, Jack Doohan and his home Grand Prix is out, and the safety car is deployed on lap 14 of 22. And it's right back at turn 3.
Okay, well, let's hope it goes better for Piastri, because it hasn't gone the way of Australian drivers so far. It's for some of them even in F3 as well.
Look at that guy, rain.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Look at that rain.
It's really raining.
It's really raining, and look how much activity the pit lane is. I was going to mention that I saw the Marshall behind Doohan putting a coat on, so it is, and then we switched to that camera shot. Look at all of those wets prepared for all of the drivers. We could be going to a wet race right now.
It's coming down massively in the wall on slicks. Nizani's past Poitier somehow. Poitier, Stanak, Correa, they're all into the pit lane for wet compound tyres. They're taking the gamble that this is going to be a wet race in the end. It's a wise decision. Yep, wet tyres going on for Poitier. Well, take the gamble. You're outside the points in the sprint race and your main championship rival's out. So it makes sense, doesn't it, Omi, for Poitier to do this?
Yeah. Okay, well... so Nathan isn't here, but like, might we be seeing something similar to the E series?
Yeah.
Good point. If Richie was here, he would be saying that. Look how hard they're training guys into turn 1. This is madness. And off the track, Stanak straight through the gravel. He had no grip at all into turn 1. So it's really, really bad. If you'd like to know how bad the rain is, it's really raining.
It might be a red. A lot of rain.
And no standing water just yet, but the water's coming down massively. It's really bad rain, and Stanak's now going to be depositing it. Cold tyres on wets as well into turn 1 with the water. And there's Doohan's car. Doohan's out of the race anyway, so he's out of the car now. They might red flag this one just because it's wet and they need to get wet tyres on and they need to clean the car out. So Bert Marland is watching. Don't forget, everybody else is on dry tyres and it's throwing it down. Yes, we're behind the safety car, but no one's going to want to take the gamble to come into the pit lane yet.
Yeah, the only car.
Another one's off! That's the 23. That's Juan Manuel Correa. The one who took Doohan out of the race has done a sympathy spin and has come back in front of him. And okay. In this case, I would say it's a red flag situation because if we've had Juan Manuel Correa spin under safety car at the same point, we can't send marshals or anything out onto the track until they've neutralised the race.
Yeah, the only drivers out with wets is Porsche, Stanak, Cordil, and Correa. So all of the cars who are out of the points, but we could see a lot of drivers pitting this. And let's hear from Maloney.
Going to stop. We're expecting the rain to stop pretty much now.
Oh, so according to Maloney, the rain's going to stop, but tell that to the big cloud above the circuit and the amount of water that's at turn 1. Well, what are we going to do? They can't send marshals out to turn 3. They're going to have to go snail's pace here, guys, I reckon. Oh, Crawford locking up on the main straight. What is going on in Formula 2 here in Australia? It's just constant change as they're brave marshals.
Very brave.
They have put the coats on, as you said earlier, Josh.
Yeah. Well, JCB's standing by, but the cars are going that way soon. So you can see the mark that you can see it as Cordial's entered the pits for wets as well, the only driver to do that this lap, but they are literally going snail's pace into turn 3, as you said, Joel.
There's now a noticeable line of wetness as that into the pit lane is Cordial for medium compound tyres.
Medium?
So if he says he's going to stop, the softs aren't the one to be on, the mediums are, with the track temperature now at 22.7. The track temperature has dropped 6.5 degrees in the past 5 minutes. Let's take a look then at, Astral says, you jinxed it, Josh T. Let the carnage begin. Josh T paid for the FIA for that yellow.
Well, I mean, technically, Omi did say we've not had a safety car yet, so it's kind of both of us. Let's hear from Hauger.
No, here the pit lane, no. There are drops, but not enough to make it wet.
I'm on track, mate. It's wet in sector 1 now.
Okay, copy.
So the race leader saying, the pit lane saying, it's not enough to make the track wet. And Hauger saying, yeah, I'm out here, it's wet. So typical, the limited brains of the race strategist to say the computer does not say it's raining. The computer does not say it's bad. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm in a river. But the track says it's dry.
For strategy be like.
Sometimes I wish the engineers still remember that they can put their hand out from behind the pit wall to feel if it's raining or not. That's more scientific than computers. Because according to my phone right now, in Albert Park, Melbourne, it is sunshine. It's in Melbourne. It's 16 degrees, mostly cloudy, and not a chance of rain. It's raining. So technology is not good at all.
Burbs.
So 16 and 22. Hard to believe it's only 5 a.m. I'm feeling much more alert than I did yesterday. I understand I've had sleep, and yesterday I went straight through from 9:30 a.m. until
In comes
8
the
a.m.
River.
Well, Martin's in 2.
Martin.
Okay, so this is a brave call. Now, I presume this will be for mediums. I don't think they're going to put wets on. It will be a bit... Oh, hang on a minute, maybe they are.
Wet.
It is wet tyres. It is wet tyres. Wow, okay.
Benavides and Owasso has joined the pit lane party as well. This is Owasso's second stop of the day after getting a puncture earlier on in the race.
Oh no, there's a problem. There's a problem with Victor Martins.
Stewards.
What's going to be close? Gets out just ahead of Driveler.
Turn 3 incident involving Doohan and Correa under investigation for causing a collision.
We've got 16 minutes left. We're on lap 17 of 22. So ideally, I'd like to see this race end under green, as everyone's running
look
wide.
At that. There goes the Rivular wide.
It's really bad at turn 1.
Yeah, turn 1.
If Richie was here, he would be saying exactly. You're right, Omi. This is a situation of the E-Series last night.
Okay, it has stopped raining in sector 1, but it's quite damp.
Okay then.
Okay. According to the forecast, the rain is finished, so it should just improve.
The track conditions are going to improve, but it's still wet. So here's Doohan, Josh.
Yeah, let's have a look. This is his spin. Is there contact?
With Correa, yeah.
Yeah, and it's now under investigation, but Ritzy still in commentary box too, Josh.
I think he's fallen asleep in his chair.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay. I really actually do.
Well, I mean, Ritzy could be here if we dragged him up, but then that would mess everything up, so let's not do that.
Yes, I hope he wakes up. Drag him into the VC with you two after this when you do the qualifying watch along, and if he comes back, just ask him if he's okay, then let me know. Although Josh, you'll be in the qualifying, I suppose, won't you? So
yeah.
Forgot about that.
Oh, mate. All
on you. Safety cars run wide. I've never seen that from Bert Marlander before. He was nearly off the track.
Well, if the safety car's struggling, then it's really bad.
Road course tyres, of course, on the safety car. Of course, they're Pirelli, but they are road course tyres. 5 to go then here in Albert Park for the sprint race for Formula 2. Safety car is out. Go on, Emmy.
Okay, well, this one will now be interesting because I mean, there's going to be like people are thinking they're doing the correct thing, but like there's going to be someone who gets it right and someone who gets it wrong. So I mean, it could be anyone's game still. We never know. But I mean, it looks treacherous up there. So I think the slick runners will be probably struggling right at the restart.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. The wets are going to go straight through.
Oh!
And that's on wet compound tyres, guys.
Zach Benavides, as he's dropped down.
Safety car's ending.
Though.
Well,
but it's going to be extended. It's a PHM, I think.
I can't tell who it is. Is it Nazani? 17. It's
Brad
Brad Benavides. Yeah, it is the PHM. Well, and he's broken the front suspension, so he's out, and they can't end the safety car now. Is he going to go straight on? Yep, and into the wet grass, and it's literally like dancing on ice and into the wall. Slowest crash you'll see.
To stop.
Yeah.
When you put on the brakes, nothing will happen.
Martin's exit was a little bit risky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Safety car will stay out. Safety car is staying out. Well, it still says ending. Time penalty.
Time penalty.
Well, one man more Correa, 10 seconds for causing that collision. Safety car is staying out. Safety car is staying out. It is not ending. The safety car will remain on the circuit. That is an override from race control.
Change the graphic.
Yeah, they have it. Look, the ours is still the same. So we will remain under safety car conditions, obviously. In fact, I don't know what they're going to do now, because that's going to be another incident to keep up, as we might have 2 laps of racing, actually.
Yeah.
Don't want to see it end behind the safety car. I really don't. That's not the way we want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, F3 ended behind the safety car. We don't want it with F2.
I reckon another lap, and then we'll be fine. Come on, guys. We can't red flag it either. If you're wondering why they haven't stopped the race, it's because F1 qualifying's coming up in less than an hour now, and we've also got, after that, the V8 Supercar, their final race.
Sky, the TV, have broken the safety car ending graphic because I believe it's programmed to go safety car, then safety car end, then green. They've not programmed it to go from safety car end into safety car because they didn't think it would get overridden. But we should be ending this lap, and now the whole time.
Screen's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the ours is still working correctly. Apart from the fact that the lap counter shows laps completed, not full laps, which is really annoying me, but still. I might have a soother after this race, though. There's a lot of dry air in this commentary box. Bit of strange one. Fed up. Frederick Resti up to 7th, though. I'll take it, says Astrel. UK only has top quality. Go. Oh, sorry, Omi. I keep interrupting you. Go on, my friend.
yeah, no worries. Okay, well, I think most people are going to also be happy. Like, I think most viewers are going to be happy because if there's a red flag, then they probably will be getting an announcement that session will not be resumed due to not enough time, etc. And because qualifying, I mean, it is the main event of the day, so I don't think they're going to delay that by.
I've only known qualifying be delayed once. That was in Azerbaijan last year due to the F2 red flag carnage, and they had to repair the barriers. That was it. Other than delaying a session, we usually either cancel the race or do it later. Another lap under the safety car, though. That's confirmed. Oh, it's a 2-lap shootout this way.
That looks so weird. No lap counter with the leaderboard, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Get it back. Astro says, how do you fellas feel about GWC in America? Kota was pretty wild. Was wild. I enjoyed Kota, actually, for the races there.
Safety car had a little bit of a drift on the exit of turn 13.
Once again. Astro says, somebody get Synthol and Richie. Yeah, Astro says, somebody get that poor man some top quality caffeine. That'll be for Richie and
this
for
is what Wassa coming in again.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd pit stop of the day, shall I know?
Be dry tyres, won't it? Yeah. Can I just point out how rare it is for Synthol to miss a session, so he must be properly knackered. And Richie disappeared during FP3 and we haven't heard from him since.
Mediums.
I hope he's back, otherwise I'll have to find a new commentary partner with PSJ on Thursday. Medium compounds on the way goes a WhatsApp.
I mean, he should be back by Thursday, unless if he's gone on holiday or somewhere, just randomly in the middle of a FP3.
I think he's had a paper cut or something. A paper
On
cut.
a random
power
night.
cut. Go on.
Gone on a holiday on a random night. Wonderful.
Yeah.
He's found tickets for Liverpool and he's gone. So so we'll have a 2-lap sprint then, in my opinion. The safety car should be coming in at the end of this lap. Race control.
Oh.
Safety car on this lap.
They've had to show that because they've broken the lap counter.
Yeah. Clota was smashing. I thought I could have done with more laps even. Yeah. Are you going to go with the Tourist Trophy? Nope. The TT. Oh, the TT. I don't know actually. We were thinking about doing the TT. It's the fact is that not all of it's live. That's the problem. We need to find some way to do it all live, and because ITV do highlights at the moment of things. But sure, we'll end up doing something with the TT. It's something I've always wanted to commentate over, the Alaman TT, the Tourist Trophy. So we'll keep an eye on it. Took me by surprise. If you didn't wonder why I didn't wonder what the TT was, the Tourist Trophy, because I've always seen it as TT, not the Tourist Trophy, and it is 5 AM. So yeah. Anyway. Coming to a restart for a 2-lap sprint race then, here for the F2 sprint in Australia. Hauger leads Crawford Maney. Dry tyres, wet tyres, soft mediums, full wets, all 3 tyre compounds that Formula 2 have are on at least one car as we head back to green with 2 laps to go down towards turn number 1. No DRS then until the last lap unless they disable it. Everyone's trying to look for grip. It's okay through the first corner though, Josh, but it's really sectors 2 and 3 that are the biggest worries. Oh!
Yeah, down
Correa.
the inside there, that's Correa on Stanek and Owasso on Daruvla further back at the back of the field, and
Leclerc's under pressure from Maney. Yeah,
as well under pressure from Maney, as you said. But I will be surprised if the DRS is still activated at the last lap.
Stanek drops. Yeah, the wet tyres aren't working. Stanek's down to 15th, so the dries were the correct option. Owasso now passing Martins as well. So those who swapped to wet tyres, it hasn't worked as they come through. No DRS, but I don't think it's going to stop Isaac Hadjar trying to go around the outside of Zane Maloney. In towards turn 10. Stanek's past to Owasso again. Now, this is where you cross your fingers because we're coming into the braking zone for where the track is really wet. So let's just see if we actually stay focused together. Down towards turn number 11. Again, Maloney under pressure from Hadjar. Oh, and Nazani looking to pass Behrman. Not working out. He's under pressure from Richard Verschoor just behind. This is I don't think we're going to see the podium, by the way, but go on, over to you, Amy.
Yeah, we've also passed Pourchaire as well, and we're now heading on to the final lap of this race. Hauger ahead of Crawford, and who's going to go for some...
off goes Pourchaire!
Pourchaire!
He's off! And that's down at turn 13, and he was on the wet compound tyres. So both championship protagonists not scoring any points in the sprint race. Suppose it's good now to keep it close, but wet tyres, it's not working. It's like driving on bubble gum. The track's not wet enough. It was, but now we've restarted and now it's dry again.
Yeah.
Pourchaire going straight on through the gravel.
And his Pourchaire has pitted into the pit lanes.
Well, I think that'd be to retire. There's no point finishing the race, to be fair. At the moment, even though there's only a lap to go, he hasn't got a penalty to serve, so I doubt he'll come back out on the circuit, especially as everyone's already in sector 2 and 3. I'll be surprised if he does. Martins passes Stanek, but now look at this. Behrman on the back of Vesti was an opportunity for an overtake. Crawford's under pressure from Kush Maney now as well. So everything closing up, but Isaac Hadjar is going to win. Sorry, Isaac Hadjar. Dennis Hauger's going to win it. Oh yeah, Behrman's gone past. Great spot, Omi. Behrman up, and now Vesti's trying to come back at him round the outside of the medium compound tyre into turn 11. Late on the brakes. It might just work out if he can keep in. Get the cut back. Looks nice. Keep an eye on that one. It's been all action through this F3 to F2 race. Still, the sprint has delivered. The first winner in Australia for Formula 2 is Dennis Hauger in the MP Motorsport with a superb drive in the conditions. Crawford second, Maney third, Leclerc fourth, Maloney fifth, Hadjar, Behrman, Vesti, Nazani, Verschoor the top 10. Vesti rounds out the points, Novalak, one minor Correa, Then it's Cordial, Awasa, Martins and Stanak, the 16. And then we get Martins, Ruvela, Porcher in the pits out of the race. Benedives, Doohan, Boschung, Fittipaldi. Didn't even start. Dennis Hauger wins. Here he is.
Woohoo! Yes, boys! Finally! Woo. Well done, mate. Well done. Very good pace. Well done. You managed everything very well. Congratulations.
Ah, nice one. Good pace. Let's get it tomorrow.
Correa's penalty has pushed him down to 14th. So, I don't know if Sky are going to interrupt and go to an ad break like they usually do for the F2 sprint. So, let's get your one-word race reviews then. Josh, what do you reckon of the F2 sprint?
Interesting.
Good one. Omi?
Wet. Let's go simple.
Sounds good to me. I've just coughed and COVID. No, I haven't got COVID, but it, the mic shield needs a bit of a wipe now, unfortunately. Interesting indeed. Commanding sprint from Dennis. Let's hear from him.
Good job, guys. I'm happy with the volume. Yeah, I wanted to win, but yeah. Good job, Jack.
Didn't manage to steal it on the early
Yeah,
laps.
mighty job, guys. Let's hear from Alex Brundle and Alex
That
James.
was really the issue for Crawford. Hajar got away, Hauger, I should say, got away well, and was then never really vulnerable to the overtake. But making the overtakes in quite spectacular style was Miney.
Here's Miney.
Well done. Well done. Yeah, copy. I saved you. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, certainly had the overtake of the race, didn't he? Last of the late breakers at turn 11, and superb stuff from him. Just underlying, we've got two rookies on the podium. They did well. This was always going to be a sprint race where it was good to get reversed to the front of the field, but there were tough conditions there.
I just love this. Dino now says, Josh, I'm upset you never predicted that Vesti would win. Why? I thought he might. I thought he had a good opportunity to win. I just didn't expect him to. Being down in position, and with the rain coming in, I thought it wasn't going to happen. Hager comes into the pit lane. Brand new mic shield, 3 races in, and I've just damaged it. Oh, not nice. Thanks to this COVID cough, I've still managed to pick up, and it was Chester a few days ago as well. Omi, F1 qualifying prediction then. Are you sticking with your guns now that we've got a bit of a damp track?
Okay, well, if it's dry, then I'll go for Leclerc. If it's wet, I'll go for Hulkenberg.
And Josh, what about you?
I am not yawning, I promise. I mean, Ocon looking quick. It is 11 minutes past 5 and I don't even have a watch on and I'm looking at my wrist. Deary me as they come in to and park in front of their... Got a foot on the third so it doesn't get knocked over. Will it? Oh, little touch there from Chris Maney there. Qualifying predictions.
Got close, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, Verstappen's looking strong, but could be Alonso, could be Verstappen. I don't know. It could rain halfway through. And doing that saying, say Piastri. Okay, Oscar Piastri will get pole at the 2023 Australian Grand Prix.
I'll tell you one thing, Ian Birch absolutely... Oh, look, the time screen's finally caught up. Ian Birch absolutely hates the fact that Sky keep cutting off the F2 at the end, because that means he has to tape the repeat as well. And when he comes to record it, he has to do this annoying little split to get the podium in as well on the full show. And then I edit it for him as well, back up together when he does... Well, I say for him, he tapes them for me very nicely as well. So, yeah. If you ever think Ian Birch isn't doing anything, he's having weekends off, no. He literally records everything. He's so great at it as well. So if he watches this back, he knows I've praised him live on air. But he'll be back with us in Baku unless he turns up tomorrow. Anything can happen. Okay, my thanks to you, Omi and Josh, for stepping in. No idea where Synthel and Richie were. Presumably they've both fallen asleep, but again, they deserve sleep. Everybody does. It's a horrible night shift. So we'll see Josh back with Jess and Tom in qualifying. Omi, how was your first race on the channel? Because you've only done practice so far. That was great.
Yep, covering F2, so action was expected, action is what we got, so a lovely first competitive session to cover.
You know that lady that was just on the screen there on the zip line? I actually know her, and so I've worked with her before, so that's something as well. Surprised to actually see her on the screen there. That's the blast in the past. Josh, what did you make of the F2 then? We've got a bit more coming through.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos, as Omi said. We expected chaos. We got chaos. Quite a good race. Quite a lot of overtakes near the back as well, and wet in the middle. Drivers changing to wets with pit stops in the sprint race,
Yeah.
which are not mandatory. They are mandatory tomorrow in the feats race. But one thing to leave the Australian sprint race is that Owasa, just like I think it was Helio Castaneves, 3 pit stops.
I'm glad Megan's not awake, because she'll be having that argument now. Okay, my thanks to you, Josh. My thanks to you, Omi, as well. My thanks to all of you for watching. Through the Night continues, though, because we'll be back in half an hour with coverage from qualifying for Formula 1. Through the Night, all night long. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.